What's going on, guys? Welcome to Clutch B-Ball TV. I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night, and today I'm going to be talking about Cole Anthony. In my opinion, the most intriguing point guard in the 2020 NBA draft. He is the son of Greg Anthony, who of course played for the New York Knicks. And he actually did have a very nice role with the Knicks, so Cole Anthony definitely knows the NBA ways from his father. Cole Anthony is probably one of the most dominant high school players to ever live, coming out of Oak Hill, winning McDonald's All-American MVP. And when North Carolina went on to get him, I was like, that's awesome. They're actually getting a top recruit. If you take a look at his high school mixtape, it was so much fun to watch. And yes, he had an underwhelming college career of his 1 year as a freshman. He wasn't the most efficient, and North Carolina wasn't really good. Cole Anthony went on to suffer an injury, and he did miss 2 games out of his 22 games. He went on to play 20, which is still a big-time sample size, but he was underwhelming when it came to his efficiency and even more, specifically on the defense side of the basketball and his playmaking, at least on a consistent basis. Cole Anthony, I think he's either going to be really good or he's just going to end up being someone we've never heard of, or we're going to pretend we've never heard of in a few years. Cole Anthony, no question about it, has a lot of talent. Anyone that says he doesn't have talent is absolutely crazy. I think he is one of the best handles when it comes to the point guard position in this draft. When it comes to creating separation, having a nice step back in his arsenal, he definitely has a very effective handle. It is absolutely on a string, so there's no question about that. And I think he's actually the best difficult shot maker when it comes to the point guard position. Despite not having the greatest of spacing at North Carolina, and despite not having great teammates, or at least not fantastic teammates, like a good recruiting class like maybe Duke, of course it wasn't the greatest of past years, but Duke still went on to have a better recruiting class if it was Cassius Stanley, Vernon Carey Jr., and even more. But shooting 35% from 3 on 6 attempts was very impressive for Cole Anthony. And yes, I did go on to look back at the film. Cole Anthony does need to recognize when there's open teammate and make the right basketball play. Sometimes he plays hero ball, but I think that's also the pressure of playing at North Carolina, being a big-time recruit, not having the best of teammates, so he felt he had to do a lot. And Cole Anthony is definitely a risky prospect for the New York Knicks, even though he went on to average 18 points, also 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Can we just get out the way real quick? At 6'3", 6 rebounds is very impressive. He could definitely get up there for only being 6'3", but in today's NBA, definitely the way the game is going, he is definitely not the tallest of point guard whatsoever when it compares to a guy like Ben Simmons. But yes, he is a good athlete. And the thing that's scary if he goes on to be drafted by the Knicks, the developmental plan. Yes, we did bring on to the coaching staff guys like Mike Woodson, Tom Thibodeau, even guys like Kenny Payne from Kentucky. But can you really trust it? Yes, at the end of the day, it looks good on paper and they have a good resume, but they have not proven anything yet with the New York Knicks. It just seems like when something good's going to happen, something bad ends up happening with the New York Knicks. I just think he has an insane skill set. His handle's on a string when it comes to hitting contested jumpers, getting to the basket like a bulldog, being a good athlete. And when you think of the best point guards in the game, their handle is on a string. They're really good at finishing at the basket and they can hit difficult shots. I'm not saying he's going to be a top 5 point guard in the league. And yes, he does need to fix some things in his game, like when to gamble on defense and when not to gamble, and when he shouldn't try to do too much, and when he should trust his teammates. But I think that could definitely be fixed with coaching. And the thing I'm afraid of being a Knicks fan, he's going to end up going to a very well-coached team with the right philosophy and being patient with this kid and really getting the most out of him and really taking away the bad habits. I do think those are some simple things in his arsenal that you could really clean up. Like when to kick it out to the open man, when to pinch and kick, and when to not force yourself at the basket, and when to not take some certain shots in a certain part of the game. I really do think he's talented. I think he is a big reason North Carolina won basketball games. If it wasn't for Cole Anthony, I think North Carolina literally would have not won one game. Obviously, I'm joking, but he was a huge focal point when it came to that North Carolina team, and he's one of the most talented players we've seen come out of high school and go to the college level in a very long time. Yes, I'm saying if, but, and all these types of things. And yes, he may struggle on the defense side of the basketball. He doesn't have the longest of wingspan, but I really do think he has the effort and he's going to learn from his father. yes, he could really easily be an NBA bust, and I think it's really scary to take him at 8. Yes, like I said, the Knicks have a good coaching staff, or it looks like it's going to be a good coaching staff, but it's not proven anything yet. And the Knicks might take a look at RJ and be like, well, Cole Anthony, according to his film, he doesn't know when to kick it out to open men. And RJ Barrett's a very ball-dominant basketball player, so will they really fit together? And they may take a look at too much of what RJ Barrett really is, and they're going to be like, well, Cole Anthony can't fix that when he could really fix that in his game. Averaging 18.5 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 4 assists is still impressive. Cole Anthony did show flashes to be a very good playmaker in the pick and roll, and he's a good athlete and a difficult shot maker. And like I said, if you take a look at the best point guards in the NBA right now, some of them aren't the greatest defenders, but most of them have a really good handle, they're good at getting to the basket, and they're just really difficult shot makers. And yes, like I said, he could easily be an NBA bust, and I'm not saying he's like a Damian Lillard or Stephen Curry of that nature, but I do think he could be a good NBA player if he's developed properly. And let me know down below your thoughts and analysis on Cole Anthony. Do I sound stupid? Click that subscribe button for more content, smash the like button, and as always guys, have a humble day or night. Peace out, y'all.